you want to display the power system where the daemons, what are the cluster services are running, what is the status of the cluster services, we can use the command cl show sorv hyphen a. Cl show sorv hyphen a. So it will list the system group, PID and status. Now the status is the CLSTRGR is active, CL info ES is active, and CL comp ES is active. So one is the cluster manager and cluster info and cluster communication daemon. And if you want to see the remaining services related to this one, RSCT and any optional Power HA daemons, so we have a command CL show SRV hyphen V. So we'll run the command cl show srv hyphen v. It will list all the RSCT subsystems by HCMP, that's top HPC, GPR HPC, and these are the daemons. And if you want to see the cluster version, what is the version we have? What is the HA version? We can use the either lslpp command, lslpp hyphen l by grep cluster.es.server.rte. You run this command, it will show the file sets installed of which version. lslpp hyphen l capital L hyphen. So here the version is 6.1. And if you want to run the command, we have another command ha level. If you run this command, it will show the cluster version, ha version, or if you want to see the service pack information also, you need to give the hyphen s option. Ha level hyphen s, it will show is there any service pack is installed on this machine. And how to verify the HCP configuration? So just generally will say as cluster verification and synchronization, but here we are only doing the cluster verification. So cl config is a command, not cl config. USRS has been cluster slash diag slash cl config hyphen v hyphen capital O. So this command, it will verify is there any errors the cluster configuration. Generally, we will run the cluster verification synchronization once we configure all the cluster setup. Once we complete the cluster setup, so then we will do the verification. Here the option is instead of capital O, I given a hyphen small o. So US or ES has been cluster CLUSTR slash diag slash CL config hyphen capital V, small v, and hyphen capital O. It will do verification. We collect the ODM information on the node 2. We are running this command on node 1. So it will collect, it will start, it's starting collection on node HA node 1 and HA node 2. And these are the network informations. Net ether 0. So 30% is completed, 40% completed of the verification checks. And now verifying cluster resources, Apache ERG, and the verification is complete. Generally, it will take 5 to 10 minutes, depending upon the size of the cluster. and the number of nodes participated here. And how to list the Power HA or HCMP application server configuration. So, it's application server. It's having the stop and start scripts, and it's a name. So the command is cl ls s or v. cl ls s or v. cl s c. cl ls c or v. So this is the application name, Apache app, and USR local is the location where we kept the Apache start and Apache stop scripts. And find out the name of the local node. See here we have a cluster. We have cluster nodes and the host names. Host name is different between the cluster node. Cluster node name. So cluster node name. So when you're configuring the topology, we will define a name called name of the cluster, which is what are the participating nodes here. So those are called node cluster nodes. So to get that information, get underscore local underscore node name. So this is a command where you can get the cluster node name. So I will show the difference of the cluster node name and host name. So host name is the by default when you configure the TCP IP, we will configure the host name of the server of this machine. While configuring the cluster, so we will define the cluster node name. So this is the difference. HA node 1 is the host name, and HA underscore node 1 is the host name, and HA node is the, and you can see with the CL top menu command HA node 1. We'll see the same command on another node also. Host name is HA underscore node 2. Get L local underscore node name HA node 2. And how now we'll see how to list the cluster configuration information. It will show cluster name, application information, and the topology information. So cl disp command disp. So here is cluster name is new access underscore cluster, and the service is inactive, and this is the application information Apache. So Apache app is the application. Start and stop scripts applications. That means typing the information here. And in topology, you can see topology information. Axis underscore cluster consists of the following nodes: HA node 1 and HA node. And the shared volume group, you can see the shared volume group here. This is boot IPs, and shared volume group is Apache VG. This is the topology information. Axis underscore cluster consists of the following nodes. And we can run the remote commands on the remote node cluster. So like RSH remote shell, we have cluster remote shell CL RSH. So by using this command, instead of logging to this machine to the remote server. So we can do this. Either we can run the same thing on the with the help of cspoc also. But I will show here in the command line clrsh, especially get the H. So the another node is Hcm. CL RSH. It is a spell mistake. CLSRH. We'll get that right. CLRSH HNO2 host name. Now we'll see how to list all resource groups that are configured on this cluster. If we have multiple resource groups configured here, it will show those names. This one will show it. So in this configuration, we have only one resource group. So the command is clls grp. So we have Apache underscore RG. This is the resource group. We can use command cl or g info also. This command it will show the resource groups where it's online, which and you can see currently we are on HN02, which is the second node offline, the application offline here. We can observe that on the ENG output there is no service IP. Now I'm going to run command checking the output on the HN01. You can see the difference of these two. So where the cluster application is online, so we have the service IP. There is a 174.16.0.124.